All right, here we are on part 4. Let's go ahead and click into section A. All right, so here's all the code that we had before. We are now on step 4. Purpose of this step is to update the score variable. Let's make sure on line 40 we update this to be case, basically, essentially make it case insensitive by making sure that the user guess is updated to be all caps. So to uppercase is the name of the function. This is built into JavaScript. And what it's going to do is it's going to take our text, our user guess text, and make it uppercase. We should have access to user guessed. So let's just kind of make sure that we do. We're going to use console.log, and I'm going to put in user guessed or user guess. Let's run right quick and see what we get out of the console. I'm going to move the console up just a touch so that we can see if we get it out of the console. And if we do, then we have a good comparison. So let's go ahead and check that. Run, start the quiz. And if I type in here Batman and I hit submit, in the console we should see Batman capitalized twice. And we do. Let's do something that's wrong so that we can see the difference. I'm going to guess Lion King here. So you can see the top one is the correct answer and the bottom one is user guess. Okay, great. So we know we have this value now. So in step 4 here, I can do a conditional statement comparing the two values. So if, and I like to do, whenever I write anything, I like to write it fully first and then put that, the conditional inside of the parentheses. Anytime you see parentheses, think important pieces of information or necessary information in order for the following code block to run. So in a comparison statement like this one, we're going to check to see if correct answer is equal to, is it the same as our user guess? If so, we want the score to have 1 added to it. The shortcut for +1 to anything is ++. So like the long version we saw up above with turn equals turn +1, I'm going to just write the long version here. I mean, that's a very easy way to see it, right? The other version is using what's called plus equals. So we can say score plus equals 1. Now, why are there 3 different ways to do this? Because they're each useful in their own way. Score plus plus is only +1. Let's say we had something that we wanted to go up by even numbers. Well, we could use score plus equals 2, for example. And then score equals score plus 1. You could, if you wanted something to go up by 2 there, you could say +2. It's all pretty straightforward. So I'm leaving this example here for you guys to see the 3 variations. If this is true, right? If this is true, then we want to add 1 to score. Else, we don't have to have an else here. If this is all we need, we don't need to have an else. So right now our Hunger Games is going to be Hunger Games or the Hunger Games. That's going to be our correct answer. Let's actually add to step 4. So here I'm going to just add an additional if. And this is just going to check when the user guess is equal to Hunger Games. And we could even do a logical statement right here. So let's do that. If, so I like to type my conditional statements out. JavaScript is angry with me right now because I have an empty if statement. See these angry little blocks here? That tells us that something is unhappy. So here I want to check to see if the user guess if it is equal to Hunger Games, and I'm going to put this in all caps lock. If it is equal to Hunger Games and turn, oops, get my caps lock off, is equal to, I think it's round 3. Let us confirm. Oh, it's round 4. Good thing I checked. So it's going to be turn 4. So if both of these are true, then execute the code in these curly braces. So that's going to be score plus plus and answer is correct. We're going to set its value to true. So that will fix somebody like me who just types Hunger Games instead of the Hunger Games. Okay, and this ends part 4. Now we're going to have to go on to part 5, and we'll do that in the next video. In the meanwhile, happy coding, everyone.